What's up, my furballs? Solana gaming is going to be a multi-billion-dollar industry. This is basically your chance to get your foot in the door, that little sliver of pie. I'm going to be talking about this incredible project Sonic that is going to take over Solana gaming for us. I'm going to go over the node details first, so you don't have to jump around everywhere. And then we're going to talk about the project itself, why I think it's going to absolutely rip. And then at the very end, we'll cover some of the possible negatives of this group. So very first, the most important thing is the nodes. They're going to be going on sale September 18th, okay, at 7 a.m. Mountain Time, 9 a.m. Eastern Time, okay? This is for the whitelist. So to whitelist is super easy. Link down below, you click it, and you whitelist your wallet, okay? They've been very clear that the wallets that you need are basically Solfair, Phantom, OKX, or Backpack Solana wallets. This is all on Solana, okay? So you want the Solana USDT for your purchasing power. And what's super incredible about this whitelist basically is their nodes tier 2 to 8 are going to be completely open for anybody who is whitelisted. So this is going to be an absolute sprint when it opens up. Obviously, everybody's going to be trying to get in at that tier 2 level, which is going to be nice and cheap. Oh, and if you use my link down below, you're getting an extra 10% off, something that I think is already incredibly affordable. You know, price starting at basically, $155 for these nodes, up to $248, which I still think is an absolute benefit. Now, just remember, it is case sensitive. If for some reason you want to type it in instead of following that link, it's capital Doctor. And we're going to jump in and talk about basically where the sale is going to be occurring, which I think is super exciting. Do you see this little thing over here? Delicium. Anybody know Delicium or follow that at all? Yeah, so we have this incredible launch pad that we're going to have here for the node sale. Now, as always, going to be doing a giveaway. Anybody who uses my link down below to purchase any nodes is going to be entered to win $200 USDT, because this one's a little harder for me to get you just nodes. I'm going to choose 2 winners. So that's a total of 400 up for grabs here. So the dynamic pricing, okay, this is what I love right here. Tier 2, we're starting at the biggest volume of nodes at 6,500. Really excited this company is not being crazy greedy. 166 bucks per node. I have decided, I thought about it a bunch, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy 25 of these. So there is a purchase cap. So at tier 2, you can only buy 25 of these. And I'm going to go ahead and try. It comes out to about, a little over 4,000 bucks. I'm really excited about this group, what they're building, and they're Solana backed, okay? So Solana is backing this group. So I'm incredibly excited about being able to do this. Now, what's really cool is you don't have to even run your node. Right here, you can go ahead and delegate it, kind of like in Carve and some other groups. Now, if you want to run your own node, you can. You can set up a delegation ability. You can even put a little commission on there where you get 2-5% of somebody's earnings by running their node for them. Or if you do something like me where you buy a bunch of them, you just run one of them on your VPS and then just delegate the rest of your nodes to the one you're running to make it super simple. Going up in volume here, you can see how the price cap changes and how the pricing changes. Honestly, I think even tier 5, 200 bucks. I think this is an absolute steal for this project and what it's going to be valued. I think this is getting into Gala games when they're super, super early, except that they have their chain ready, built this layer 2 that is going to absolutely crush for all the gaming systems on Solana. So like I said, if you follow that link, it'll take you to a page like this. Go ahead and just connect your Phantom wallet or whatever. I use Phantom. Use whatever wallet it is. You don't need a VPN or anything to be able to purchase, and get in here. You get that whitelist, you're good to go. And then that day, it's going to be a sprint, and we'll see if we can crash the site, of course. So some of the partners, they already have $16 million from investment already because of just the incredible work that they've done. You can see Solana is backing them, Radium, MoonPay, Galaxy, OKX. So it will be listed on OKX right away, which is super exciting. Backpack, that new wallet, Alchemy. And then with everything that's going on and with Binance noticing them too, I really do expect that Sonic here is going to end up being listed on Binance. And if that happens, this is going to absolutely rip and shred. Now, everybody's going to want to know all the other specifics here about the nodes, right? Should we go into the earnings? Yeah, let's go into the earnings just real quick because everybody's going to want to know that. Let's see, where are we? Where are our rewards? Here's our token distribution. So Here's one of the quote negative aspects here is they don't have the tokenomics 100% glued down, and that's because of the last minute investors that were kind of jumping into this project. Okay, but they have completely committed and said, 10% is going to be going towards the nodes, 9% is just distribution, 1% is like for like people with like referrals or something. With which is turning into, yeah, so it'll be like some kind of, there's like some sort of set aside token for specific referral type stuff, but 9% is going to be going. Now you might say 9% is kind of low. Yeah, true. If you look at some of these other projects that do like 20, 25%, now their nodes are, double the cost of what they're selling, maybe even triple the cost, right? So I think for the cost of what you're spending for the 9%, I think is appropriate and good. Now here it says validators and nodes 20%. So that means people running validators, which I believe are going to be, probably bigger companies or really large purchasers or something. We don't have a lot of info about that yet. 50% for those investors, 17% for the team, 34% for the ecosystem and reserved. Only 2.4 billion tokens. I really like these projects that go with a little lower token amount. I always appreciate that. And then there will be a halving each year. So that's going to be kind of their token distribution. Obviously, just running your Hyperfuse Guardian nodes, you're going to get that 9% reward daily, like everything else. And like I said, if you want, you don't have to, run it or whatnot. Tier 2, this kind of goes into the node referral rewards. I didn't 100% understand all the math of it. I was like, whatever, 1%. It's a pretty small amount. Now, what everybody cares is, are they obviously doxed? And yes, they are. So Chris Zhu is the CEO of Mirror World, VP of product at RCT AI, obviously Sonic World, New York City Stern School of Business. They are headquartered in San Francisco. Okay, so talk about feeling good about the doxing. The San Francisco, there's investors. Obviously, everybody knows who this is. This is not going to be any kind of rug pull. They're going to be 100% building. They already have their testnet going, rolling. Super, super pumped about this. I think, Solana gaming is going to be probably the forefront of where most of the gaming is going to be occurring. We have Star Atlas on there already. Who else do we got? Geno Pets, Aurori, Steppen, DeFi Land. So all these groups already on Solana, and once we get, this kind of like layer 2 going, it's going to really, really, really pop off hard. So let's jump in and talk about a couple of quick things. I didn't go through every aspect here of every single slide, but just wanted to briefly cover here. They're basically the first SVN grid on Hypergrid. So they're a layer 2 built on Solana, right? So the whole point is scalability, support to the game developers. Obviously you have the user, the synchronization program with the Hypergrid there, that Sonic RPC, the storage, the cache, and then everything going to that Solana base layer, right? So really having these nice, good smart contract programs, these caches, being able to put everything in. They already have 10 games deployed. So Solana's first on-chain casino, top game invested by Solana. My point is, right, they're already like built. They're already going, guys. Like this is such a like superb one. The token's going to be in there right away. They're showing their community here, their presence all across the area. Popping back over to their website here real quick. Where are we at? If we kind of scroll back up to the top here, this is kind of the big part, right? Top of the class, at least 10 times faster, instantaneous, seamless migration from the mainnet, and transactions per second about 50,000, up to 50,000 per grid. Now, I really like that they put these numbers. They tested, they saw like, hey, how many can we really push through and solve? But this layer 2, with their Hypergrid is really going to fix all the Solana issues. Imagine playing Star Atlas, and when you click, you don't have to, wait, there's no delay, there's no pause. The transactions are just smooth, clean, and the game continues on. That's what you need for Web3 gaming, right? You don't want any delay. You want it to look like a Web2 game where you don't even realize all the blockchain stuff that's happening in the background. So, as I said, definitely, look into it. Use that just jump into the whitelist anyways. Okay, you want to get registered just in case, because that's where you're going to get absolutely the best value from these. After the whitelist is starting at tier 9, okay, for the public sale. Now, like I said, I think the value on those different, ramp ups with the cost, I think are all really great pricing. I mean, really, even into the 200s here, I think it's absolute super pricing here. Definitely trust what they're building. The big thing you might notice in here, which I want to mention here real quick, is there is a part talking about claiming your tokens and talking about a KYC. Okay, I have been assured that the US users will be able to claim their token. Okay, that's all I could say about that. You know, legal reasons, they have to have this because you know how the SEC is and everything else in the USA. If they're selling to, you know, specifically like US, where US are doing blah, 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 then, you know, they put a target on themselves. So I have been assured that I will be able to claim my token just fine. Don't need a Palau ID or anything specific. Don't need a VPN to purchase any of the nodes. So, you know, just take that for what it is, okay? So I feel super confident about it. I am going to shoot for those 25 nodes. I'm going to see if I can do it for the tier 2, 7 a.m. I'm going to be here ready, click, and see if we can crash their site uh, because, you know, node sales, that happens all the time. I think this is an absolute pertinent time to get nodes. The market's at a perfect kind of down spot right now where 100% it's so great to grab nodes where you're going to start getting that accumulation over the next, you know, many years where we go through a bear and then back into a bull again. I think this is the absolute right time personally. So let me know what you think down in the comments below. And as always, stay warm, Wookiees.